Podcast. It's Music City Trader here, and I'm streaming live. This is an update for December 2nd on live binary options trading. I've just put my 5 wins in for the day and in about 20 minutes. What I'm going to be doing right now is I'm actually going to be just going over, I think, my trades for the day with you each time instead of like trying to record them while I'm doing it. But we're moving on. I think I've just cleared day 32, but we are moving on and getting more inspired about really winning and doing well with binary options. Hopefully you guys are there. Before I get started though, subscribe to the channel, like this video, turn on the bell notifications so that you can actually get all the notifications for our live streams coming up. And let's roll the show. Let's get into this. 5 wins, binary options. I have succeeded again and feeling pretty good about the strategy. I'm going to lay it out and show you exactly what I did today right now. All right, so first of all, my trading balance in pocket option now. Let's see if I can pull this up here for you so we can just kind of show that on the screen. I know that sometimes the trading balance is actually covered up by the live stream stuff. We're at 846.01, so this is kind of important. And then here's my trades that I did today. I guess we can do this. Trades were 3 losses right up front. Whoa, whoops. And then I'm martingale. I'm in a 6 deep plan, so it was fine. I think I was just a little bit off my game. I feel like I'm always a little bit off my game, and I get started, and I got to get focused. And maybe it's just that I'm getting the feel for the charts, and then once I find the right place, then I'm in and I'm doing good. So I'm going to show you my trades, but these first 3 trades, not great. Won the fourth, one lost that next one, and then won 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. So total earnings today were around, I think, $20 some, up to 846.01. So all I have to do is take this 846.01 and put it in here. So my profit looks like it was about 20 bucks or 25 bucks or whatever. So right now my full level trading balance is 646. So if I go over to my chart here and I type in 646. So basically I drag this down. I've completed level 32. I'm a few dollars into level 33. Okay. My trading, what I'm actively trading off, $224. My total balance is 643 of the whole plan. So this is a good thing to mention to show you what I'm doing. This chart is coming out in my new book, Binary Options Battle Plan. It'll be coming out in probably a month, and I'm going to be showing all of my analysis, all my breakdown. It's pretty phenomenal. Right now it's up to 45,000 words, and I think I've still got another 15 or 20 to go. Probably. I just keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. This balance sheet here, this is probably going to be the ultimate Music City climb trader sheet that I'm going to publish with the book. And this is the one I've been using. Yeah, the colors are kind of crazy and all that, but that's fine. I think it's going to be really good. So just keep an eye on that. 846.01. So I started out this on day 1 with $150. I was trading off of $150, and now my trading balance is $646. So it's really, yeah, man, that's going up there. I'm kind of excited about that. I've made quite a bit of progress here, all the way to day 32, and so I'm going to save this and close this out. Then I'm going to go down. I type all of this in each day, and I kind of type it in. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this and show you what I'm doing. This is my workflow. So basically I started with, this is December 2nd. And, this has been helping me kind of get the feel for what I'm doing. Like, am I doing good or am I doing bad, or what's the deal? Yesterday session, I had loss, win, loss, win, win. So that was a little bit off, Again, I had a 2-minute trend surf in the beginning that I took that didn't work. But it was at a floor, okay? Floor, and I took a put. So I was thinking this is going to go down, okay? So what I like to do is put my loss there, and on the same chart, I took another one. I took a loss, a 3-minute, at the top of bounce, thinking it was going back down, thinking put still, okay? So this chart was turning around, and that's why I got messed up. So it got off that chart, okay? Then my next chart was a loss, so I changed charts. And this is important because sometimes you just and I think I took like a 1 minute. I can't remember what this trade was, but I lost it. I think it was probably can't remember. I didn't write it down, but I lost it. And then I took a win on a 1 minute to the white line. Okay, now this was barely a win. Okay, and I'll show you that on the video as we get into the video. It was barely a win. Okay, that one was so close. I mean, I was, yeah. Anyway, that was barely a win, and this was a fourth trade. So this was I had lost one, I'd lost a second, I'd lost a third on another chart, changed charts, and then I lost. I can't remember. So this is the fourth trade. So I'm gonna write that down. I like to kind of get a feel for what's going on. It could have been easily to a fifth trade today, I guess is what I'm saying. I lost a 1 minute to the white line. I started, and then I was like, why am I doing 1 minute trades? Am I doing 1 minute trades? I've been getting away from 1 minute trades, okay? So then I started thinking long term, thinking longer, and I found a great downtrend, okay? It started, and so then I had a win, a 3 minute, okay, with trend on pulse. This is my best trade, okay, up to a line. And this is my strategy. This actually is my strategy right here. This one right here is the strategy. Oh, that's not it. What did I do that? That's not it. Okay, that's actually the strategy right there. Win, 3 minute with the trend on a pulse up to a line. So I find a line where it's going, and then this was a big downtrend. Okay, continued. And I'm going to show you all of this in pocket option. There was a 2 minute trend. RSI breaks through everything, on everything, okay? Through on all time frames. And I thought this is going down. So then I just started winning. So I had a win, a 2 minute trend. I had a win here on the 2 minute trend down. And then I had another win, which I can't remember. And then I had another win on a 2 minute trend surf. Still headed down. Okay, now let's just jump into those trades. We'll go back to the trades I lost later. But then ending balance is 846. So I'm just doing this every day. And I think this is kind of important for me at least because I don't want to get lost in emotion. Being lost in emotion in pocket option is extremely dangerous, and that's where I've mostly been since I started a couple years, since I started a year and a half ago. Been kind of lost in the emotion of pocket option and sort of just feeling like, oh, if I lose a few trades, then like on that loss win that I had, I would have gotten, I had 3 losses and then I got a win. I would have just been emotional and I would have been thinking, oh my gosh, you know. And I might have started taking extra trades or started pushing the charts. So what I'm doing right now to be very careful is if I lose 2 trades, like I did on that one on up top, I lost 2 trades, and I really don't think I can really see a reason why I'm still doing it. I just move charts. You have to move charts. Take a break, take a breath, not a whole break off the. You could take a break. You could go down and get a cup of coffee. You could take a break, but I tend to like to stay in my session. Once I'm in, I kind of tend to like to stay in it. Now, maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. But right here, what we have is we have my analysis of this. This is my whole recording of today. So I've got it here. I can scrub it across. I can show you guys. I can probably try to get this a little bigger. I'd like to get it a little bigger for you. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can get it any bigger than it is. Maybe I can put this into full screen. That's bigger. Okay. So I started off with a couple losses, and I'll cover those at the end of the video. Let's scroll up to my wins, okay? Let's scroll here to the wins, and this is a perfect set. This is where I started finding a setup. I found this setup in the downtrend. I found this, I was kind of noticing this setting up right here. It's kind of bouncing. This is in the 3-minute time frame. It was kind of bouncing down. And I'm just kind of scrolling back and looking. I was looking. and I was kind of setting up my lines. I was kind of zooming. I zoom in and out. I set up my lines, but I kind of noticed that there was a line down here. There was a line here. This is a downtrend. This is a 1 minute candle, and it looks like I probably won that trade. And then let's just keep going with the wins here because I think this one looks like it was a win. I still think it's going down at this point. And then I noticed it set up like a line. Okay, so that was a win. But then I'm going to draw some dark black lines. These lines I started thinking, okay, these are really serious levels. Okay, they're close together, but they're serious levels. So I drew these serious levels here, the upper and lower level, which this lowest level here, it was kind of coming down in the 3 minutes, and it hit this level pretty hard, bounced up, and obviously it started going back down. So it hit this level again, and it bounced up again, and I thought, okay, is it going up? But it really was showing me signs in the 3 minutes that it's actually still heading down. And so I thought, well, this is probably going to be downtrend. So if it breaks this black line, what I started saying, if it breaks this black line now, then I'm getting pretty excited because I think it's going to break down. And then it had that green line underneath it started to appear. And I was like, okay, it did get down here at one point. So in the 5 seconds, you can kind of see what it's doing. It went up, it went up, it went down. That's that same black line. It broke under that black line, and it's getting to this next black line. So I won that trade. I thought if it goes under that black line, I'm going to put it, and I did, and I'm winning that trade. Then I got my eye on this secondary black line. This is internal 5-second candle pressure. I'm looking at the candle pressure, and I'm thinking, if this goes, and it was like kind of fighting on that second black line right there. You can see it's like right on that black line at that moment. And so I'm like, if it breaks, or if it raises up here, I'm kind of convinced it's going to break the line at this point. But I think I waited. I had my trade in still here. Now it broke the white line. It broke the big black line, the second black line there. And I'm like, okay, it's going down. So now I'm starting to think about a 1 minute trend surf. I'm like, let me catch this on a 1 minute trend surf. Let me get the next candle red because I'm thinking this is going to be red. But then the candle got really big. Okay, this is 1 minute. I was getting ready to take another put here, but this candle got really big, and that's dangerous. I'm like, oh man, that could have totally retracted back up. So I was like, oh, let's just wait and see. I thought it's going to go up. It's going to start going up. So then I'm looking at it in the 3 minute, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking at it in this, and I just think it started. Here's what happened. Here's why I did take my next trade. Because I saw in the internal 5-second candle, it already broke this big line right here. Then it comes down here, it breaks the second black line. Or that is the second black line. I'm sorry, that's the second black line it broke. Then I moved that line from the top down. So this is another black line. But you see how it's hitting it again? Internally, it's hitting right there. So it's hitting right there. And I turned that into a green line because that's our first black line is way up here. So it's already broke the first black line. It's broke the second black line. It's continuing to go down. RSIs are all broken through. The RSI is right here. You can kind of see my little controls are covering it, but the RSIs were broke through. And so what I did was I saw the internal candle. This is the most important part of my analysis is I'm noticing this internal candle pressure sets up, it breaks through, it goes up, hits there, goes up, hits there. I'm thinking if it gets up there again, or if it starts getting up there and looks like it's going to not break through again, and it started pushing down from there really good and hard. So I took my next put, a 2 minute put. 1 minute probably would have won as well, but I took a 2 minute because I've been taking longer puts. Okay, it's been taking longer puts. So then what I did was, okay, it's going down. I really believe the internal candle pressure is still patterned up for a down motion. So I'm winning this trade with 30 seconds left. I took another put. I took another 2 minute because I think this is a great retraction here. This little retraction happened. I see this is still going down. I still see the internal candle pressure at the 5 seconds kind of down, kind of go up. It goes up. It hits there. It bounces off that line again. It won't get up past where I was, and it's sort of heading down. And so it just took my gut feeling on this one, and notice that I took it pretty high. I took that trade when it was retracting. So that's the only reason it's going to win. See, it still wants to go back up, but it got stuck, and it's going to win, and it won. Okay, that one won, and then I left the room and went and talked to my wife, and I forgot to shut off the recording. But this is little tiny motions, and I took that trade based on the 3-minute candle goes down. Let me see. Where did I take that trade? I took that trade, that one there. Back here, I really felt like this is a 1-minute candle, and it's sort of retracting, you know. It closed out, went up, yeah, it was sort of retracting. Now this could have turned around. This could have completely turned around right here. And the reason why it didn't, and the reason why I think I'm getting a little bit better at this is the RSI's broke through completely. The MACD is opened up completely on the 1 minute, okay? And it's in a free fall. And I know what the 3 minutes look like. Let's see if I can look at the 3 minutes. I'm focused on there. There's the 3 minute. The 3 minutes in a massive downtrend, okay? 3 minutes just heading down. So a little bit of retraction in the downtrend, and I actually am getting a feel for looking at the 5 second. If you look at the 5 second, it kind of goes down, bounces up, down, bounces up, and it's 5 seconds. It shows you it bounced. See, it clicked up right here, and it touched, and then it sort of started heading back down. I made that a line. I'm like, okay, that's something it broke through, and it tried to get back up, and it couldn't. Now I bet you back if we looked at the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, this is probably some sort of larger level that it's breaking. But when you have a chart that is breaking multiple levels, it's hard to know if it's going to keep breaking them or turn around. And that's what I was struggling with before. Hard to know if it's going to break through completely or if it's going to just keep smashing through. And so we would make little decisions based on just a 1 minute candle pattern. And now that I'm looking more internally, my trades are becoming a little bit more nuanced in the sense of like, you know, I'm looking and thinking, yeah, this is going down. Unless this turns around, unless this whole thing turns around, unless the whole pressure of the 5 second, you know, thing turns around, then I'm good to take little puts for a couple minutes on the peak. So see how it came down here. This is not a great position, but I mean, it broke through. It broke here, and that's probably what it hit, broke, and then I was like, ooh, it's going down. Bam, took it. It goes down. It comes back up. It could have come back up to this line, and then bounce back down. So you want to try to find these, or I'm gonna say you. I mean, I'm finding these places where I feel that there's internal resistance. Floor. I'm gonna call them ceiling and floor. I call them support and resistance, but I find that hard to think of. Support, resistance. Support becomes resistance. I was explaining this to my father a couple of weeks ago, and I said it's like ceilings and floors. You know, you're in a room, and it goes up and it hits a ceiling, and it bounces back down, it hits the floor, bounces back up, hits the ceiling. Now, if one time it hits a ceiling, it might go to the second floor. Boom, go straight up to the second floor. And so then you're into another level. And then is it going to stay in that level? And you can see that in the 5 second candle. So my overall trading is really more about the 3 minute line. So that's my wins. You can see I found a great line. Let's go back to my losses. I want to do this for me. So if you guys are still hanging around, I came in, this chart was moving a little bit erratically, and I just wasn't quite sure what was happening. But so let's see what I thought. I started looking, I drew a line. Okay, this chart's opened up at 3 minutes. It's kind of bounced there, it's bounced there, it bounced here. I thought for sure it possibly could have went ahead and broke through this floor and went down to this floor. It could have broken into this area right here. And that's what I was kind of thinking that it was going to do. So I'm going to think I put a put here. Yes, I did. See, I put a put there, and then it sort of didn't get there. It didn't. See, it sort of started turning around. It really was a massive turnaround. Okay, now this is where I made my error. This is how I got a second loss. I think I was like, well, it's getting up to this line. This ceiling, this is a ceiling up here. I thought, well, it's going to turn around. So I put a put there, and I thought, man, that's a good trade. That's a good trade. It looked good on all time frames, really, except for that it kept going up. Okay, and it kind of, where I took it, it kind of set that level up as a new floor. So it really did break into the second level, and I lost that trade by just a hair. You can see that my internal candle pressure analysis is pretty correct. I mean, there is a line there, and I just thought that it was going to go back down because it wasn't a downtrend. If you look at the overall 3 minute candle back here, I guess this isn't really a downtrend, and maybe that's where I made my biggest mistake here, is that this is really an uptrend. It might have been turning around. I guess when I look at it, it's not looking so much like a downtrend as it's looking like a flatter trend. And that's why I don't think it really was a downtrend. Is that you got to be very careful. I'm looking at this in 3 minutes, and if you look at it in the long, big 3 minutes, I mean that's not a downtrend, you know. So duh, I got in here, I start looking at it, and I'm thinking, oh, this is a downtrend. So it really isn't a downtrend. It's sort of been bouncing off the white line. It's not a downtrend. I think I thought it was a downtrend just by zooming in and thinking, oh, it's going down, and it's been going down. And a lot of times that is how I'll set up my trades. Yes, this has a level underneath it. This basement, this has a second floor level. So it's at this level. Easily could have jumped down to this level. I think it could have easily done that. And so my analysis isn't terrible, but this isn't a downtrend. So maybe my assumption should not be that it's going to. It's not really. It sort of went down, then it went up, then it went down, then it went up. It's like, you know, it didn't know where it wanted to go. And this is a CAD JPY at 656. So just for my own thing, I'm gonna go into pocket option at 656 at CAD. It's a CAD JPY. I'm gonna look at it right now, and we can zoom in and out of it. CAD JPY at I don't know if I can get the screen down there. I probably have to just minimum. Oh, because this is in full screen. Hold on one second. So CAD JPY at 6. Let's see. I started entering in at 832. So if I can go to CAD JPY, and yeah, here's where it was at 832. Well, here's where it is. Okay, we're in not too far away from my trading session. So I started my trading session right about here at around 832, 833. So I was thinking to myself, this is a downtrend, and it's going to go down to this level. And look at what happened. It really did go down to that level. It really did, and that's what I thought it was going to do. But it went, when I was trading on this chart at 832, we can go into the 1 minute candles. You know, I was trading in right here, and I think this might have been 824. Let's see, my close trades on CAD JPY, 827. So right around, let's see, my first trade on this was right here. It was right here. I thought this was going to go down. Okay, it went up. I thought it was going to go down. It went up again. And then it started flattening out. I got nervous. Didn't know what was going to happen. It went up. And, you know, it did actually hit this line again and go down, hit this line again, went up, hit that line again, and went all the way down to that line again, which is really, if you look at it in the 3 minute, it'll be very clear what it was going to do. It hit this line here. It went up, went up, went up, went up. It came down. That's where I put my first trade at 820, 824. Well, it's like 827 actually, but that's right around here. And then, you know, I thought, okay, hit this bottom, it's going to go down. And instead it bounced up, and then it went down, hit that bottom again. I might have got tricked there again and thought, okay, it's going to break, it's going to break. Then it went up. Then it hit this line again too. So it hit this level, and then it started going down. This time I might have thought, okay, it's going to go down. And then it did go down at this point. It went all the way down to here. And I'm gonna be sure that let's see if we put a line here just to make sure that I know what I'm saying. This is the low point. This is where it would break through. This is where it would break through. Right about this candle is when I was gonna have it break through. It's gonna break through this level right here. It's this level. I'm gonna move this around. So this is the level I wanted it to break. Let's look at the 1 minute candles and find out. At the 1 minute candle, this is where we would have seen it coming down. And we would have seen it hit this level again right here, you know, and that's actually, I think that moved, but that would have been about this level. So it hits this low level. And then from here, right about here, I'm looking at this whole thing. It's a double cross down with the trend. Okay, you got a double cross in the MACD and the stochastic, MACD and stochastic are crossing down. The RSI is heading straight down. Now, the RSI bounced this time. So you could have won. This moment right here would have been phenomenal because it would have broken this pretty strong level, and you would have had this, you know, a long time. That's 5 minutes. You know, you could have won that for 5 minutes. But it doesn't seem like, if I look at it in the 1 minute, okay, let's let this refresh. Let's look at this in the 1 minute. It broke down this level, then it came up, it touched, then it broke down, then it came up, it touched, it hit that level again, farted around there, touched all the way down, hit that level, then it started rising. So yeah, these internal levels would have given me some decent ideas to take a put as it was going down. And then if I would have taken a put around here or anywhere in here, I would have won. And then, you know, probably like around here, I could have won another put. It's just hard to know. When it's happening in live, it's hard to know, am I going to believe this is going to continue down? This got dangerous because the RSI touched. It started to go through. This is why indicator only trading to me has been very unsatisfactory, because at this moment I would have thought, yeah, everything's heading down. It broke this line. I would have been kind of zoomed in on it and thinking, this is going down, this is going down. And I would have probably taken a 2 or 3 minute put, you know, somewhere maybe when it jumped up here. I would have, if I could have got in on the jump, or maybe right as it went through, I would have won this. I don't know. I might have taken another trade here as well, thinking that it was going to go through. But I am at a major level. Well, I mean, I'm not really at a major level here anymore. I'm kind of down. It kind of hit there, and then it kind of went down. You know, that's in the 1 minute. In the 3 minute, you can kind of see that is a major level, and it hit it right here. So when it got back down to here, hit it there, comes around, you know, goes back up, hits it there, breaks it, and I think, ooh, yes, we're good. We're going down. But if you look at this overall, really overall channel, this is what I'm looking at overall channel-wise. You really have a big channel right here. And this could get you maybe some longer wins. I'm only doing 2 and 3 minute wins though, so. But if you got down to the bottom of this channel and want to take like a 10 minute, 15 minute call, this is where I would take it right here. You know, even when it comes down here, hits that level, you could have taken a call there. When it got up to this level right here, where you can see this channel, if you were taking longer 15-minute trades, you could take one here. You find these points that it hit here, comes down, can't make it all the way up, made it barely touched in there. But that's not the way I'm trading. I'm trading in 2 and 3 minute trades. So, you know, basically, now look, it's breaking this line. It's interesting. It's going to break that line. It's going to break the channel that I just said. So this could be a good trade right here if you want to analyze this one more minute here. The RSI, these are all double crossed. It broke through. I'd be really careful right here because it broke through this major level. And we got to know, is it going to return to that level or is it going to keep going? So I look in this. I definitely think that I would wait until it returned to this level. This is a pretty good level, or even this level right here. And I would take a call right in here, or like right here. This is the internal. But I'll look at the 1 minute candle. The 1 minute candles, it's kind of retracting, and the RSI has rejected itself for a moment. So yeah, I would definitely wait till it got down to, you know, like the strong level. Like if it gets down to here, this would be a great call. If you're feeling a little gutsy and you're on a first trade and you think, okay, I'm going for it, it's up, but I'm not sure. This is kind of going up. It's at the high point. I've been waiting for relief in the 5 seconds. So this goes up, come down. It hits this little line. See, it kind of set up a little line right here. Interestingly enough, internally, I think you could win a 2 or 3 minute trade right here because it's like doom, 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 and then demo account because we're not trading anymore. Demo account 2 minutes. If it gets back down to here, I would easily take a 2 minute trade. Even here because it's kind of going up. But if you're patient, so it might hit down to here. See, it wants to go down to there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that 2 minutes right here, and I could have waited for it to even get down. You really want it to get down to where it was. If you look at it in 1 minute, that's what it looks like. If you look at it in 3 minutes, it doesn't look. It looks weird, but it looks like it broke above where it's going. So you could look at the chart in general and think to yourself, well, it bounced over, but it's gonna return, and that's possible. It could possibly return, but in 2 minutes. You see, it did get down to my line right here. This is where I really should have waited. If I was patient by 20 more seconds, then I would have gotten a really strong position. Right, this line is really strong internally, right around here. So I could have taken a call. Now, if this goes down to here, we're going to take a 2 minute. We're going to make sure we're in demo. If it gets down to here again, if it pushes all the way down there, we're going to take another call. This would be, and this is legitimately enough. If I look at it's getting ready to go there. Let's go all the way down to there. Let's just go ahead and take it. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, so this looks like a 1 minute turnaround. I mean, it does look like everything's turning around. And so I'm not even sure if I'd be trading on this in live. I'm just showing you how I am trading. This right here, it's in the 3 minute, it sort of looks like a turnaround as well. But I still think with the internal pressure of this, we have a good chance of winning this. See, it got down to this line, it broke, and it's farting around here. If I would have been a little patient, I could have got my trade down here. This is where I'm kind of keyed in on. The only way you lose this, now it looks like we probably would lose the first one. This is a second trade. The only way you lose the second trade is if it breaks through this ceiling again and goes all the way down. This really was the floor. I was thinking this was the floor. And unfortunately, it looks like it's kind of broken through the floor, but it's struggling on the floor. So I still hold hope for this one. So that first trade was a loss. If you look at it in 1 minute, it's kind of like an engulfing candle turnaround here, but the engulfing candle turnarounds don't always last very long. And see how it is in an uptrend in the 1 minute. In the 3 minute, it's sort of boxy. So I'm not sure. This is interesting. This is why in my actual trading session, I would take, 1 or 2 trades, because I might be reading this whole thing wrong. And if I am reading this whole thing wrong, then I don't want to keep reading it wrong and losing into my martingale. Look at that. So it is the floor. It came down, it touched it. In the 5 second, we can see the floor. Okay, we can see that this was set up as sort of an area of interest, and I got my trade kind of high, and this could cost me the trade. See, let's see if it would win. It would have won, and it still won. It looks like it might still win. It still won, but look how much bigger it would have won had I been a little more patient and just waited for it to hit that line. I just put this line here, and it's a specific line. I kind of entered the trade a little fast because I'm in demo and I'm doing a video. So, but see, now it's messing around with the floor again. It's like it's still wanting to touch the floor, but I'm not sure if you look at this, is it going to the white line or not? It does look like it's in a double cross down, but it's in an uptrend. If you look at this as an uptrend, it is outside the box. I think we could take a 3 minute call right here, because it's at such a great spot in the 1 minute pattern. It's going up like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to, after this trade loses, I'm going to go back and finish my video. So we'll just watch this, or if it wins or loses, whatever. I'm looking at 3 minute here, and I'm thinking this is really not an uptrend. This is still sideways, and it's bouncing, and it has been bouncing quite a while between this. So at this point, it wouldn't be so weird if this actually went down, if it went all the way down. But in the 1 minute, we have a setup pattern that's breaking above the white line, and it's sort of going higher, lower, higher highs and higher lows. It is doing that. And then in the 5 second, we have very specific lines that have set themselves up. It's underneath the ceiling that was it was underneath what became it was the ceiling, then it went up, and now it became the floor. I really believe this is probably going to win, because if you look at the 1 minute, it still wants to push up. Although the stochastic makes me nervous. This is a really contentious point in this chart, because it doesn't really know if it wants to go up or down. You've kind of got warring indicators. You got stochastic going down here, stochastic MACD going down, but in this one you've got MACD going up. I mean, all of my gut tells me this is probably going to turn around in long term. So if I was going to take a long-term trade, I would take a put maybe for 15 minutes. But that's, like I said, that's not my trading style. I'm looking for these little pressure moments. We've got a great position here. As long as it doesn't seriously break down, my position here is brilliant, because it's underneath the floor, okay, pretty well underneath the floor, and it's fighting to get down there, but it would have to win. It would have to really get down there for this trade to lose. So this would be another win. My earlier trades, I got on this chart and went into demo because I did poorly on this chart in the beginning, and I think it's because I thought it was a downtrend. So see how contentious this is. This level is very contentious. It's down, it's up, it's all around it. Now it's out of the money. We've not got very long left in the trade. We got 30 seconds though. I mean, 30 seconds is a long time when you're looking at a 5-second chart. So this is sort of a consolidation, and we are well underneath where it was consolidating. So it's possible this chart that this wins still. It's very, very narrow, and that's okay for me. I'm okay with that. In the 3-minute, it looks crazy. It looks like it was a doji out in 3-minute. But in the 5-second, here's where you see, look at that. It's going to be a win. And it's because this contentious point, it keeps coming down to it. And as long as you get a good position, I would have won on that line. I got a great position underneath this line. But even so, I would never have seen this contentious point in the 1-minute candle. I mean, I saw the 1-minute candle, I see that 1-minute candle, okay? And it's sort of like, just looks like it's trying to go up. But when I zoom back out into the 3-minute and place what I call this point right here, this specific point right here, actually, it was really more up here. But then we had an internal, we had this point right here, which is a major strong line in the 3-minute. But then in the 5-second, we actually it hit that. Our contentious point that I was working with was down here, because I can see that happening in the candle pressure. Hits there, comes down, comes up, goes around major line of support here, or major ceiling. This is a major ceiling, like a massive ceiling. Hits it, can't break it, goes back down. It's like, no, I want to get back up. It hits this floor. Now it's going between the major ceiling and sort of like the rafters. I really do think this chart will probably end up going down from here. And I think that because like long term, it's sort of turning, and it's also pushing itself down. Even as I'm saying that, I believe it's probably going to end up going down now. And I can't tell you if it's going to bounce here. In the 1-minute, it looked like it might bounce. Anyway, that's it for the analysis on that live chart. In my actual video, I lost that trade. I lost a couple trades. I thought this was going to go down. Again, CAD JPY, I think, was that my first one? Okay, so it goes down there. I lost it. I thought it's going down. It didn't. It started going up. I didn't get the bigger picture. And, this was my second trade, and I lost it, but just barely. I picked the wrong moment. I thought it was going to go down. And it just, I should have got a little higher position, and it just barely lost. Okay, so then let's see what I think now. I think I changed charts. Let's see. No, I didn't change charts. Let's see. Yeah, I changed charts because I was getting nervous. And I'm going to lose this next trade in this video. So I thought, again, CHFJPY, I see it going down. I see it going down. I put up some lines of support there. That was where it was going down. And then I was like, oh, it's going to go down. And I lost this trade because it went up. And it just wasn't, okay? And then I got kind of feisty. And I thought, well, it's going up. Even though I originally thought it was going down, I thought, well, it's going to go up. And I thought, well, surely it's going to go up. And then that's the trade that I won by a hair. I was even thinking I'm losing this trade, and it went up. And then did it continue up? Yes, it did. So I was right. Then I thought, then I see CHFJPY. Then it started going down, and then that's when it broke down, and that's when I started winning all this down. So it really was a downtrend. I'm surprised I won that up trade on this. I'm surprised I won that up trade. It went down. Okay, I lost that one. Let's go back here. I'm surprised I won that. But then I started winning all these down trades. Yeah, it's CHFJPY was the chart that I won most of my trades on there. I think. I go back here to CHFJPY. Yeah, that's when I thought it was going up. I must have lost it because it went down. Then it started going back up. And I thought, well, it's going down. So I lost. No, I won that one. Okay. Okay. So I'm getting a little confused in which ones I won and lost. But the point is my analysis is there. You can see it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm on day 32. I'm continuing to push through. If you'd like to get any more, we've got a course. Go to musiccitytrader.com or fascinatingworldofbinaryoptions.com. You can also, pretty soon I'm going to be releasing the new online community where we can actually have our own chats, talks, live streams. It's all be in inner community with our courses, all together with the courses that we have and everything that we're doing. Let me see, I lost my video now. So basically, in a couple weeks, we're going to be putting up the book in January and the social app for the online binary options trading strategy group. It'll be an amazing, online community where we can chat, talk. I'll do live streams. I'll be putting up courses. I'll be doing a lot of stuff in there. And mostly you'll be able to get the trading sheets. You'll be able to take the challenges all within a community. And that's what I want to build next is just a community. I want to succeed for myself. I want to succeed for my plan, but I also want to build a small community of people who are succeeding in themselves. It's not easy. I will tell you that for dang sure. And I hope Todd gets back on the train here in the next couple of months. I think he's getting excited again. I think he's devising his plan to get back in. He's got a whole nother strategy. I'm not going to mess around with it. I'm not going to try it. I'm going to stick with what I'm doing right here. This analysis strategy seems to be working for me. I'm getting my wins. I'm getting 5 a day. And within a few months from now, if I continue successfully doing this, I will be able to be pulling around $1,000 a day income straight into my bank account. And then I'll be technically a full-time trader. So that's about $300,000 a year. I don't even need that much money to be a full-time trader, but be nice. I could even stop anywhere around 300 or 400 a day and be fine. But I'm just going to keep moving. So make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next video.